The year 2022 started with high hopes for Nigeria, as projections by the World Bank revealed that the country's economy would grow to about 3.8%. For an economy that was only trying to recover from the global effect of the COVID-19 pandemic, that projection was good news. However, all that began to change owing to the disruptions caused by insecurity, low revenue generation, especially arising from a deep cut in crude oil production. The Russia-Ukraine war has also impacted the economy, as some critical imports such as wheat continue to be disrupted. By the end of the third quarter, the World Bank advised that the nation had to make hard choices or face a worse economic downturn in the months and years ahead, as it reviewed downward its growth projection to 3.1%. The World Bank backed its advice with some economic realities, such as slow economic growth in the third quarter due to a weak performance in critical areas of the economy. Key macroeconomic indices such as the rising inflation currently at 21.47% as at November, from the October rate of 21.09%, low debt to GDP ratio, low external reserves, sharp cuts in crude oil production, flooding, job losses and revenue shortfall still raised concerns.
Once there is security, investment will come. Investment cannot come without security. First thing first. You are not also sure that your investment will be safe because of insecurity. That's number one. Then number two, once the insecurity comes, people will invest in manufacturing and they will invest in agriculture. Agriculture has to be revived. And revive in a way that agriculture works in most countries.
With these new trajectories, it may just be high time for the government to change its plans. While Nigerians were still grappling with the rising inflation and its attendant effect on food prices and the general cost of living, then came the floods, with devastating effect on farmlands and crops. Virtually every state in the country was seriously affected, displacing over 1.4 million persons. Approximately 2,776 persons were injured, while 612 persons lost their lives. This, however, came with assurances from the government through the provision of relief materials and funding to boost dry season farming to cushion the effects.
The bank released a sum of 57.9 billion under the Anchor Borrowers program to 185,972 new projects for the cultivation of rice, wheat, and maize, bringing the cumulative disbursement under the program to 1.01 trillion naira. Disbursed over 4.2 million smallholder farmers cultivating 21 different commodities across the country.
Notwithstanding the current situation, the government says it's taken hard decisions to improve key economic indices and insists that the nation is not broke, given its debt stock and other worrisome economic indices.
Oil revenue is underperforming because of the criminality, but recently NNPC has reported that that has been curtailed, and we're already beginning to see the pick up in the production volumes, which will mean that more revenues will come to the Federation. You're broke when you don't have anything coming in.
And just before the end of the year, the Apex Bank in October came up with a policy to redesign the Naira. The bank cited reasons such as the need to take control of currency in circulation and address the hoarding of Naira notes outside the banking system, the shortage of clean and fit notes in circulation, and the increase in counterfeiting of high-denomination Naira banknotes. This was then followed by the pegging of the limit of cash withdrawal at 20,000 Naira daily withdrawal limit on individual accounts and 50,000 Naira limit on over-the-counter third-party checks. This generated a lot of debate from Nigerians. And after a back and forth with members of the National Assembly, the central bank increased the withdrawal limit to 500,000 Naira weekly for individuals and 5 million Naira for corporate bodies, but with strict conditions. As the year 2022 winds down, many hope that the right economic policies and decisions will be made going forward, such that the economy can find its footing in 2023 and beyond.